Welcome back to AskAPop. Today we're talking about titles and which ones we wear proudly that count the most. Getting out of the shower today made me think of something. Don't worry, we're going to keep this rated G because, you see, when I got out, the cats went scurrying because they thought water may be flying around. And I started to say out loud that Papa wouldn't do that when I realized, nope, I'm dad to them. And then that led me here to where we're at. Welcome to my crazy mind. And you can leave a prayer for Tony in the comments anytime because she's got to live with me. You see, we got a lot of titles, and heck, the first few happen even before we take our first breath. Usually starts with baby, and then something like peanut or bean come along when the ultrasound pics start happening. Then comes the all-important first title. You got it, the name. Because I'm the fourth, that had a lot of significance. But then again, when my little brother was born, Craig, that had a lot of significance because my dad wanted his best friend's name in there, and my mom wanted her dad's name in there. So I heard a lot of fights going on until they decided pick a neutral name and then those two names for the two middle names. Anyway, then we've got, I could go on and on about that, but it's a SSA and not a sermon. But then you get other titles. You got son, you got brother, sister, and then you get other titles as you grow up depending on your personality. For me it was stuff like class clown, wonder where that came from, or goofball, or sea monster, because I've got the name Cecil. If you know, you know. And then we start to work and we get the professional titles. You get doctor, architect, lawyer, things like that. And if we're lucky, we start to get start our families up, and then you start to get husband and wife, father, father, grandpa, wife, things like that. And it's up to us to decide what titles people see the most and the ones that we wear proudly in public. And at the end of the day, what do I want my friends to see the most? Do I want them all sitting and talking around about, he was the best architect of the bunch? Not that I'm not proud of being an architect, but that's really not what I want people to see when I walk out into public every day, or when I'm here on YouTube, or when I'm in a church. I want them to see all of the other things that I am and who I am. Anyway, just a thought from the day. The Bible verse today is 2 Timothy 2. And as far as questions go, which titles do you think your friends see? And here's an important one. Do you have different titles that different friends see? And would you like to change what folks see? God bless and have a great day.